Good night, all. It's Andole, coming to you to serve some food for thought. Tonight, I want to talk to you about perceptions of love a little bit. The questions I guess I have to ask is, what is love to you? What is your interpretation of love? Love is a touchy topic. I understand, not everyone is too comfortable talking about it, but I decided that, from what I've been reading, what I've been learning, I might as well try to broaden your perspective about what love exactly is. In doing so, I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about a play I've been reading by Plato, and it's a book called Plato on Love. And there's a section in the book called the Symposium, and what that is basically, it's a conversation between a whole bunch of intellectual guys. You have characters such as Aristophanes, Eryximachus, Socrates, and all these, great people of Greek philosophy who come together at this party. They're all sipping, they're all chilling, it's good vibes around the room, and they're talking about love. And each individual has his own interpretation about what love is, and how do we understand it, and how does it translate in different examples and things that we come across in life. I just finished reading the play today, and towards the end, Socrates, who's a great philosopher, he comes up and he talks to the crowd about a conversation between him and a mentor of his in the past when he was young. Her name was Diotima. And Diotima happened to be a woman who was wise beyond, I guess, many women back at that time. And, Diotima let Socrates know that there is one love. One love is whole. And, I feel in this society today, some people believe in one love and a lot of people don't. But, through the conversation, Socrates asked her, so then why is there all these different kinds of love? And, Diotima told him that because selfishly as individuals, we've sliced off different parts of love and we've tried to find connotations of what a kind of love is. But she said we've come far from the understanding that love is whole. So what she was saying is that there's levels to love. And love is a learning process that you experience through your interactions with the world around you, but especially through people, which is so important. The first level to love that Diotima exposes to Socrates is that you fall in love with a particular body, you fall in love with a specific person, and that's so common. You meet somebody in school, on the streets, in the club, wherever, and you fall in love with that person. And at first, there might not be nothing more than a physical attraction, so you fall in love with a particular body. From there, if all works out, you come to learn to love all bodies. And it's not just that one person who's beautiful to you. You might see somebody else who's attractive, and you come to learn to love that all bodies are beautiful, if you want to think that way. And then from there, it may not be with that first person that you fell in love with their body. You come to love the soul. And I feel like, in my interpretation of that, the only way to achieve that is when you spend time with somebody, through conversation, through experiences. They talk to you about what their goals are in life, how they think, what they believe in, what their fears are. You come to fall in love with their soul if you allow yourself to. And then from there, the next level of love is loving customs, loving laws, and loving activities. And to translate, in my interpretation, that would be loving someone's culture, especially if you're in love with someone who's from a different country. You travel there, you fall in love with their way of life, the way they do things. Some laws that we have are commendable and some aren't. You fall in love with laws, you fall in love with activities, you know what I'm saying? All that reflects the soul of a person. It's intertwined with that, From there, you come to love various kinds of knowledge. And to translate that in my interpretation would be, when someone puts you onto something new, when someone reveals you to a train of thought, a whole different world of things that you never thought about, you come to love that knowledge. you know, I feel as though that's something that you can't escape from. You know what I'm saying? If someone is exposing something new to you, it's impossible not to love it. So you come to love various kinds of knowledge. And the last step is when you find beauty. And that last step constitutes that through love, you come to understand that there is beauty in a lot and around you. There's beauty in a lot in the world. There's beauty in places that you would have never thought about, places that you come across on a daily basis. You know, there's a quote, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And I think that's what Diotima is trying to tell Socrates, is that there is beauty in a lot more than we think about on a daily basis. And when we have the knowledge of love, when we know what love really is, we come to find beauty. And beauty is something that Plato describes as a form. It is a high point of knowledge. Forms are things that don't exist in time and space, and they don't change. And love is something that doesn't change, and beauty is something that doesn't change. Whatever is beautiful will always be beautiful. Whatever is lovely will always be lovely. And what she's trying to do here, in my belief, is that she exposes you to the form, and she gives you all these particulars to try to understand that form. And particulars are always changing. They're sensible things. So, you know, if you grasp the knowledge of love, the particular of the form that you would get that from is through a person that exposes you to that. Or maybe a book, or maybe a movie, or maybe a thing such as a flower, or, you know, anything that's abstract, something that's always changing. So, you know, yeah, hopefully you guys, you know, try to understand what I'm talking about here. And once again, this is Ndwele with some food for thought. Enjoy.